it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial for the Emperor's Children, and today we are painting the Lord Kakophonist. Yes, the all-new Noise Marines character, basically. The Games Workshop very kindly sent me early to build up and paint with all of you, and that is exactly what we are doing today. So, we are going to jump in and we're going to start painting. And, well, none of this is going to be particularly surprising, I should imagine. The colour we're going to be using first is a roughly 2 parts Lahmian Medium to 1 part Volupus Pink mix. And we're going to be applying this over top of all of the areas that we want to be pink. So we're going to start down here on this leg. Like so. Get this all over. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. I probably did. Future Josh will know, but it has been primed in grey Seer. There we go. Get this all over like so. Get that looking nice. Perfect. And then we're going to apply this over the top of the kind of circular bit here. There's a little bit of fluff on the end of my brush, which we don't want. There we go. We'll apply it in here. There we go. And we're also going to apply this over the shoulder on this side here as well. So not the whole thing. Well, not the whole model. I'm just going to be applying this just here. So with that all done, we're now going to take some Black Legion and we're going to apply this over, well, most of the rest of the model. So we're going to be applying this over top of all of the soft details. Such as the, well, the joints, like the midriff here. We're going to be applying this over the top of all of the plate armour that's remaining. As well. It's a whole lot of black details. So with that all done, what we're now going to do is we're going to take some Wyldwood. We're going to apply this over top of the leather. So with that all done, we're then going to take some Shyish Purple. And we're going to apply this over the top of the, well, for lack of a better word, it's like Slaanesh jewellery links. And then next up, we're going to take some Dark Angel's Green. And we're going to apply this over top of any smooth cabling. Like that. And we're also going to apply this over top of the kind of canisters. Like so. On the guns. And so with that all done, we're then going to take two colours, Striking Scorpion and some Poxwalker. I'm going to apply these at the same time over the top of the tassel. So we're going to start with some Striking Scorpion Green. I'm going to apply this like so, over the top. There we go. Then we're going to wash the brush. Grab a little bit of Poxwalker. Then we're just going to add this at the same time. Like so. And so with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Iron Warriors. And we're going to apply this over an absolute ton of detail. So we're looking for any mechanical areas, such as these sort of ribbed cables and stuff like that. We're going to apply this over top of any trim around here. Any grills. But most importantly, we're also going to be applying this over the top of the kind of bladed section of the guns and the mechanical area, well, the casing of it, like that sort of thing, and over the top of the organ pipes. There's a lot of silver. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Retributor Armour. And we're going to apply this over all of our remaining details, excluding, of course, the tabard. So with that all done, it's now time to add some shades to our Lord Kakophonist. And the first of these is going to be some Nuln Oil. And we're going to use this over the top of the tabard. Like so. But what we're also going to do is we're going to use this over the top of all of the black power armour, but not the soft gaps and joints in the armour. I'm going to use it over the top of almost all the silver. We're just not going to apply it over the top of any of the silver trim that is adjacent to the pink. So with all that Nuln Oil applied, we're then going to take some Druchii Violet. I'm going to apply this over the top of all the gold and that remaining silver. So with that all done, our Lord Kakophonist is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready, and it's looking pretty cool. However, we're not going to leave it there, no, we're going to take it to the next level. We're going to do this by adding some highlights. Now the first of these is going to be some blood for the blood god. And that's because we're going to do something slightly different to all the pink. Normally we would kind of touch it up with some Emperor's Children, as you've seen, and you're more than welcome to do that if you wish, but what we're going to do here instead is we're actually going to just add some corrections if we need to, but also some little veins of blood for the blood god over the top of these pink areas. So for example here on this shoulder, what we're going to do is we're just going to add some little lines of the blood for the blood god. Coming down the shoulder, like so. Just like this sort of thing. And so with that all done, what you can then do is take some Emperor's Children and give it the kind of glaze treatment. So that's roughly 3 or 4 parts water. And apply this. Over the top of the pink. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Fulgrim Pink. I'm going to use this to highlight all of our pink armour. And if you really want to, what you can also do here, again, just to accentuate those kind of bloody lines, is you can highlight those as well if you want to. We can highlight a couple of them, or we can highlight none of them. The choice is entirely up to you. So with that all done, we're now going to move on to all of the black. And the colour we're going to be using is some thinned down Dawnstone. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the black. So with all that Dawnstone applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Administratum Grey. I'm going to use this to add just a couple of little spot highlights to the sharpest corners in all of that black. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Pallid Witch Flesh. I'm going to use this to highlight the tabard. So with that all done, we're now going to take some thinned down Sybarite Green. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the green cables. Like that sort of thing. However, what we're also going to do with the Sybarite Green is going to use this to pick out the eye lenses. like that. And on the canisters, on the weapons, we're going to use this to just kind of draw in some swirl patterns. So this sort of thing. And with that Sybarite Green all applied, we then take some thinned down Gauss Blaster Green. And we use this to add some little spot highlights to the cables, the eye lenses, and our swirly bits. In the canisters. And so with that all done, what we're going to do now is take some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight all of our silver. So with all of that silver now highlighted, what we're going to do is we're going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. I'm going to use this to highlight all of the gold. And so with that all done, we're now going to finish it off by taking some Aeldari Emerald. I'm going to apply this over 2 gems. One here. And one down there. And so with that base complete, of course in the same style as the rest of our Emperor's Children, our Lord Kakophonist is now finished. And I just like this guy. I think he's a really cool little character. He's got like a really interesting profile that kind of just stands him apart from the rest of the Noise Marines, which is where he will always be. But he's really cool. I like the organ. It's a nice one. It's a cool model. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.